We live! Yeah. Achoo.
Hi, this is Dee.
And this is Ray. Or is this Ray? Or this is... Damn! This is Dee and this is Ray. Can't even make my own jokes straight. It's hard.
We'll both put our hands over our faces and be like, maybe our faces will switch while you're not looking. Peekaboo!
We're so bad at this whole professional thing.
So, we are Herpetology of the Apocalypse and
a Homestuck commentary.
Also welcome.
Also welcome.
Also welcome.
No welcome, only leave. Goodbye. So hi.
Hi.
Oh, I should. Whoops. I forgot to pull up the Homestuck.
Okay. Well, I'm going to start talking then. You can't stop me. Actually, you can stop me. All it takes is a good sharp poke in the side.
I don't want to do that.
Anyway, I think I'm on 2281.
Yep.
We have returned to Dave's room, and we are back in the past.
Back to the past, Samurai Jack.
Right. And so this time, I want to note that there are three plot lines going on at the same time. One Dave, one John, one Rose. John and Rose are in the present, and Dave is in the past. We're starting with Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This will get more complicated later in the future, but for now, this is what we got. Yeah.
Okay. So don't let me forget, I want to talk about a writer thing after we've gone probably through the whole thing. But I was now that I'm looking for this writer thing, like this writer thing that I've been working on lately, I'm looking for it, and it's there. Okay, so I feel justified in spotting a technique.
Okay. I will ask about that later, and I've made a note.
Okay. I do want to talk about it on the camera, just after we've gone through enough.
Oh, as in not this specific episode in general.
No, like this specific episode in general. I want to talk about the writer thing, but I want to go through a couple of examples for it before I have to here's what we're looking for. Okay. First the examples, then the explanation or the observation that I'm seeing a pattern, then we can keep going with more pattern.
Okay.
Okay.
Side note, I think Mormons are coming.
Oh no. Oh my gosh.
They carried their bicycles up here.
They have suspenders that are like high visibility suspenders. Whatever you do, don't stop recording. Oh my god, what are we gonna do? The one guy's blonde. I mean, they can see in. We can see out. No, they're both blonde. I wonder if they have Mormon faces. The one guy's wearing glasses.
We shouldn't be making fun of Mormons like this.
I mean, they probably can hint, but okay. Anyway, back to we'll see what happens. It'll probably take a couple minutes. Does he have a walkie-talkie?
Oh my god!
Okay, I am so used to Jehovah's Witnesses. The whole Mormon thing. I'm like, there's uniforms. Oh my god, it's different. It's different. Okay. We went to Book of Mormon, the musical that is written by the South Park guys, and enjoyed that quite a bit. So I now cannot help but think about that as the two guys are wandering around outside and very patiently not staring at us.
Even though we're over here and laughing.
Okay.
Right,
also,
we're normal people. Right.
Okay, so the people that they're at, they have all of their windows have little decorations in them. And there's half of them are weed related and the other half are about Buddha, I think.
Yeah, Buddha stuff.
And this is not the first set of Mormons that we've had by.
Yeah, they specifically went to that place too.
Yeah, and the thing is, every time these guys they come to that place, and every time our neighbors talk to them, and they're like, "What are you doing? Why are you here? Are you okay? Do you need help?" Oh, there they go.
Oh no,
the bicycles.
Oh, they're taking them back downstairs. They want to come over this way.
I guess we are unfit for. Well, we are unfit.
I'm sorry. Am I not wearing a lab coat right now?
I mean, you match. White on top and kind of lighter color pants on the bottom. You don't. You know what? You only have a high visibility tie. You don't have high visibility suspenders. You're
That's
never
what it
going to
is.
be in disguise. You're gonna have to knock one out and steal his clothes.
So I guess we're feeling particularly giggly today.
Yes. All right. 2281.
Preemptive.
They're gone. They're out of sight. We should be all right for a while. Okay. Yeah, deep breath. So we start out with a reminder about the crow and the broken window. Something that occurred to me as soon as I was like, oh wait, we're back to Dave. Given that they're headed out of normalcy now, I wonder if a lot of Homestuck is going to end up being flashbacks or alternate universes. That would be handy, because otherwise we're not going to stay grounded in the same kind of details. Yeah, blah, 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 spoiler alert. But a lot of the time, it seems like they're reaching into 2009 type cultural stuff to keep the series grounded, and like we are drifting further and further away from from whatever paths we're grounded with this series.
We're on those little desert islands, and we've decided to make our own rafts stupidly. And now we're drifting off the sea, waiting as our boat slowly falls apart, and we're going, "Oh God, what have we done?"
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I was reading Homestuck fanfic before this with lots of Dave poses and stuff, so it's coming out.
All right. One of the grounding details that I was like, this is something I'm gonna miss if we go too much further away from reality, is gaffer tape. It's cloth tape, and it's got a very strong adhesive. It's used in theater and the arts in general to stick down cords on a variety of ornery ad hoc surfaces. Anything from glass to carpet, dirt. That grass. Will it stick? Let's try it. Yeah. Anything to keep people from tripping over like the I don't know, intercity web of behind the scenes stuff that's stuck down all the time.
Yeah. I saw also, because I looked it up too, that it's like easier to get up and stuff because it's cloth based more than like plasticky based.
Yeah, it doesn't tear as much.
Yeah.
But it is really, really sticky.
Yes. It's pressure sensitive, which I didn't quite understand, but it was comparing that to like Scotch tape and stuff, and I was like, it is Scotch tape.
It's Scotch tape.
Okay. The ones that's clear plasticky tape that you're just like, shunk, which is apparently like sticks to water or something, which I had no idea about.
Yeah, I don't know what the chemical thing is, but practically speaking, no matter how hard you squish a piece of Scotch tape, it will hold the same amount. It will resist the same amount. When you pull it up, it will, it will come off. But like Gaffer's tape, duct tape too. The more you push on it, the more it kind of like binds with whatever you stick it to, unless it's like glass or something. And even on glass, it's like, I refuse. And when you go to tear it off, it's it's like the difference between Scotch tape and Band-Aids. Yeah. Like you have to rip a Band-Aid off. It's not just pretty delicate. I'm going to lay it down delicately and take it back up again. It's like, this shit is staying put.
My poor hair. Yeah.
Okay. So also, I looked up gaffer. It's an old British term for old boss. It's also a term for the head of an electrical or lighting department from a TV, theater, film production. That possibly comes from the term gaff, a long pole with a wide grappling hook at the end, and also possibly from grandfather.
Okay, gaffer is a completely different word than I thought it was, because I was thinking of gaff as in like pulling your leg or a joke kind of thing.
It could be that too, but that's spelled Gaffe.
Well, I mean, gaff is in here with gaffer tape, but it's probably not that. I just was thinking of it that way specifically because we've been looking at so many jesters and all that kind of shenaniganery that might be.
I would not be surprised if that weren't the thought behind it. Like, why gaffer tape and not duct tape? Well, one, he's doing audio production, and two, jester.
Yeah. Plus, he's doing like cameras and pictures and stuff. So, I mean, it goes with him, but
yeah. The name for a gaffer's assistant is a best boy. And my brain went immediately to best girl, best boy from animes. Anyway, That's what I got.
Okay. I just was talking about the Gaffer tape, but you mostly stole that, and I had my many things to add onto there, so I'm so sorry. This is probably going to be a mostly you show with me adding incidental things. Like, hey, the bottle cap is still there.
Behind the little ... balloon.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. I got whipped cream on my nose. Okay.
Rip. Oh, we are drinking tea and also ecto coolers with whipped cream on it.
Yep. This is the non-alcoholic version.
Yes.
We are not to be trusted today.
We saw what happened last time on Homestuck Day, and that was like on the poor table. So sad. My cake.
Oh no, my cake.
Oh no, my cake. Anyways, do you want to go to the next page?
2282.
Yes. So I know that you keep saying that Rose is our future seer and all that, or knows more than she should, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. But then there's Garden Gnostic.
Garden Gnostic here is being like literally putting down those clues of knows also way too much. Think. If Rose's secretive hands, Garden Gnostic here is, I have put all of my cards onto the table. You're still not going to figure out what I'm doing, though. Good luck.
Jazz hands.
Exactly.
There's guarding one's cards, and then there's
yes. I am so looking forward to when we finally get to see her and you get to make comments about her because it'll be so funny.
Okay. Dave.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed something about the way he speaks. Like he goes something, ice cold, and I went, that reminds me of Hey Ya by Outkast when they're like, how cool are you, ice cold, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then there was Wicked Bananas, and I'm like, that sounds familiar too, but I couldn't track it down. So what I think is Dave talks in a lot of song lyrics, but he talks in song lyrics that Hussey made up. I don't know that that's the case, but I'm like, I would bet money for that that's going to turn out to be how it is. Because, I mean, we know a lot of people who speak in song lyrics, basically,
mm-hmm.
and like just in part of normal conversation. You're like, yes, you're very clever, but what did you actually mean?
Yeah.
But
a side note before we continue further on that path, it has been very much noted by Hussey that Dave pretty much speaks like Hussey. So when you're saying Hussey made those lyrics, yeah, he probably did. He probably said them in his real life too.
Okay, so
anyways.
I'm going to posit that one of the comics that we haven't read yet has a bunch of songs in it. Maybe we'll find some of the lyrics in there. Just throwing that out. I may not happen. I couldn't come up with anything on the internet that was real quick, but I was like, oh, it's just got that weird poetic cadence to it that you're like, are you rapping something right now secretly in your head while you're trying to sound like a normal human being? Because it's not quite working. Okay. Anyway, Garden Gnostic Jade.
Mm-hmm.
She prognosticates that John will lose her present but find it later when he needs it. And she has a devil beast behind the house. And she couldn't kill it if she tried. Or she doesn't think she could kill it if she tried. A granddad who is a badass. Dave says to say hi, so presumably they've met. And also, Garden Gnostic says it's almost certain that she will run into her granddad, which means she's not predicting everything accurately. She doesn't actually see the whole future because she's not sure, but it's almost certain that she will see her granddad. So something is off. And that's what I got for that. Oh, and also she signs off with a heart.
Yeah.
Less than 3.
She also puts like bunches of exclamation marks with like 3 exclamation marks in a row, little period, line, period for neutral-ish, not unhappiest face, and a large amount of ellipses, that kind of thing. She's very whimsical in her typing.
Mm. I probably talk more like Herpetology than anybody else in here, unless it is the pomposity that is Rose, which is entirely possible.
I'm not gonna say anything on who you sound like because I'm sure it'll change by the time we eventually finish Homestuck.
We all talk like Homestuck now. Whoa!
I mean, we already did that with Sweet Bro and Hello Jeff.
Oh my gosh, didn't we? That was so annoying. Okay, what do you got next?
I got 86. You?
84.
Ooh.
Dave picks up his phone and loses his towel, which says, dun dun dun. Does he even know where his towel is at? So we're set up for a future conflict about the missing towel, or at least future calls on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure if that's going to happen immediately.
I mean, it's on his head. It just flops on his head.
Okay. Okay, 2285. We go back to John in the present. A reminder that we're dealing with oily smears.
It's just everywhere, man. It's under his bed. It's mostly on his bed, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
There's none on the cabinets or anything like that. That's a pristine looking cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
But over this area,
maybe we just forgot to put splatters on that, and we're like, ugh.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we are not following the creature's POV for this, sadly.
Okay.
No, that would be really funny. It'd be like monster POV. Da, 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 gets to the rabbit.
Yeah. Jingle, 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 jingle. Anyway, 2286.
Okay, so I'm going to start this off with this chum will know what to do. We see that John's speaker prompter or whatever, commander, has completely changed the way that he speaks. He's still speaking in all caps, but now he's just saying things like chum. He's changing up his words to be more eloquent sounding.
Damn it. I didn't notice.
I'm actually a foresight on this one, so it's yeah, so sorry.
Okay.
That's mostly what they had to say on this. Anything you want to
know? John is talking to Dave in the present. This is another part where I was like, this really sounds like song lyrics. Dave rants about, and I think this is a core message for at least this act or this point of where Hussey's coming from. Dave rants about how parents don't believe the weird shit the kids say to them and urges John not to be like that. He should believe himself. Dave also wishes parents would believe in their kids. And I was like, this comes up a lot later, doesn't it? Like parental units not having insight into what their kids are thinking or feeling, or like there's your reality is false because it conflicts with mine, kind of thing.
I make no comment on that, but I do make a comment on the fact that we are once again referencing the Howie, the monster movie, the one that he's in the apple juice. Oh,
yep.
God, am I
Little Monsters.
Yes, thank you. But that seems to also semi-go with the whole,
goes on that theme. I think so. Dave also nags John about weaponizing his Silodex.
And also says that katanas are cool. Fuck you.
John, apparently taking Dave's words about believing in himself to heart, tells Dave he can't believe Dave thinks little Cal is cool instead of creepy. Dave denies that Cal is creepy at all and he's not cool, but he just told John to believe in his own perspective. So much for that.
Sometimes people are just hypocrites. Rapping hypocrites.
So, I thought it was interesting that John disbelieves in monsters but thinks Cal is creepy. And and at the same time, a monster in a jester hat is standing right behind it. On 2286.
Oh, not on 2286. We're not there yet.
Oh, it's 2287. Okay, well.
On the next page, 2287, which reads, read your books, stay wary of these foes. So dramatic sounding.
Yes.
Anyways, and there he is back there.
Okay. There he is. Okay, so the monster's standing behind him. So, who's clear-sighted? Dave is clear-sighted about John needing to pay more attention to monsters. And John is more clear-sighted about Dave, perhaps needing to have the perspective that Cal just isn't cool. Cal is creepy.
So it would be, I'm going to slightly change this a little.
Okay.
Or not change, I guess. Anyways, I would say that Dave is saying, hey, pay attention to your physical reality, the things around you.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, John is saying, hey, pay attention to your mental reality.
Yeah. But I think both of them are clear-sighted about something and blind about something.
Yes.
So
equal.
I think it's very interesting that like they're talking about how parents aren't seeing stuff, and then right after that they're like doing the same thing to each other that their parents do to
them. Yeah.
Okay.
2287. I have my own thing I wanted to mention. The jester hat, which does not have any bells on it.
Ha! It looks like underwear sewn together.
It does, or right. Like socks sewn together or something. I was like thinking that this was in the kids' colors of green, red, pink, but there's no blue. There's instead a yellow. And I was like, rude.
Wood.
Yeah. Okay. I do like the colors though.
Okay. Yep.
But that is specifically pink of rose, I would think.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is or not, but it's certainly very close.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. On to the next.
I have 288. What do you have? Anything else for 287?
I have 288. Nothing else for 287.
Okay.
To the youth roll.
To the youth roll. We start out with a reminder that she's having a conflict with the mom.
Or Rose is having conflict with the mom.
Yep.
She's also wearing a lab coat with a belt, but I don't have a belt.
Oh, okay. I have more about the lab coat.
Okay.
The mom. Okay, so she tries to escape the mom with a youth roll, then ends up in strife. The aggrieve is a needle attack, and the mom blotto parries it. The aggress is a passive aggress, and it's an empty suicide threat. No response from the mom. Abjure, mom tries to give her a beautiful pony, which is an inappropriate gift, and Rose resists it. Abstain, guardian rubric, ironic negligence, and Rose very cleverly responds with an auto parrier, as in a parry.
Specifically in that last one, Rose's mom is trying to force upon Rose the martini she has in her hands, the same way that John's dad was trying to force upon John cake.
Ah, nice. Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
Yes. And Rose responds back with a giant bottle of booze back.
Oh, no. Perrier is sparkling water.
Oh, okay.
So it's non-alcoholic. She parries with non-alcoholic drink.
Okay, good. Okay, that makes me feel like my heart better on that one.
Yeah, wherever else she goes, right here, she's like, I'm drawing a line.
Mm-hmm.
Each of the attacks and defense is indicative of their relationship. The mom in this panel is finally filled in somewhat, but just the mouth. Having a mouth with having any kind of features portrayed with a missing feature is considered horrific. She can't see or smell. She can only drink.
As an aside, John's dad also does not have any eyes or anything, just, I think, a mouth.
Yeah, because otherwise he can't smoke his pipe.
Yeah.
Or he's got a pipe.
I think he may actually have a nose, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Okay.
Anyways, point being, no eyes.
The mom's dress is a mix between 1960s modern fashion, and a type of lab coat called a Howie coat, as in Howie Mandel. But no, it's named after somebody else, which was made in 1978. If you look it up, it will try to tell you that it's a Victorian era coat, but that's bullshit. It's basically just a white version of Dr. Horrible's lab coat. In real life, it was developed to keep splashing of materials off of your street clothes underneath the coat. So you could button it. Like this coat, if like
I get splash tears right here.
If something nasty like decides to vomit on you, it's going right down your cleavage. If you got a high coat, it's like they're usually pretty heavy. And that's what I got. That's what I have for that.
Wanted to note for specifically the coat. I have a lab coat that I have in general, and I was like, wait, this is totally the perfect time for me to wear this. Because finally we get to see Mom's room.
Right, but what was the other reason you were talking about before we started?
Oh,
God. Do it. We're all geeks here. It's fine.
I've been getting really back into Half-Life YouTube videos and all that kind of stuff. And so I was like, oh yeah, I'll go ahead and wear my lab coat and my tie. Oh wait, I could also have black and green lipstick so that it resembles the wrist cast for the giant event that causes all of the horrible things inside of Half-Life. It's fine. It's fine. Yes, I'm sure I can connect that back to Homestuck. It's fine.
All roads lead to Homestuck. Moving on.
Okay. Oh, also in the actual strife, we finally get to see our first pony, TM, actual pony, being the beautiful pony, which is a thing I was going to note for Homestuck in general. We get to see horses.
Okay. They're not correctly drawn, but at least they're reasonably drawn.
Yes, look. It's like a flat inside body, but there's like a curve for the legs and stuff. It's not just being on legs, I guess, which I appreciate whole bunches. Also, it has a little cutie mark with a heart on its butt, like a My Little Pony cutie mark.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her name is Maplehoof.
$22.89. We're not there yet. Nobody wins. The mom returns to her housework, and Rose decides to go back out to the back door as planned.
Mm-hmm.
And this is telling us what conflict is coming up next. She's going to go back outside and go back to the original plan.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about that after I get done with 2290.
Mm-hmm.
2290, the pony's name is Maplehoof.
Maplehoof.
And I went, Borderlands. But stallion. Made of diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Okay, so the writer thing that I'm noticing is in my writing stuff, I gotta use both hands here. Okay, so every conflict in a story has 3 phases. One is setting up what's going on, who's there, what the rules are, where you are, when you are, stuff like that. And then you have the conflict, and then you have kind of like a summary that says, here's how the conflict came out and what we're doing next. So that next time when you roll around to that next beat, even if it's like chapters away, you can go like, oh yeah, we left off at this and you were expecting this to happen, and here's where we started up again. Mm-hmm. So it kind of stitches things together.
Kind of like its own mental bookmark.
Yeah. And so each conflict, no matter how petty or small or unimportant or whatever, gets this framework. And I was like, I wonder, we're changing a lot of POVs here. I wonder if Hussey does it here. And I went back through, like after I started to cotton on, I'm like, I think he does it. Like every single one has, like, even when it's only one panel, they start out with something that reminds you what's going on. There's the conflict, and then there's like some sign or like defeat or something like that, some words or some signs saying, here's how things came out and here's what we have to worry about next. So I was like, yay.
Yeah,
because it looks easy to do if you're not writing it yourself. But when you're writing it yourself, you're like, what was I thinking? Like, this is the end of the scene. Perhaps we don't just stop like at the end of the sentence with not telling people things how it came out, or even that you should wonder how things came out. Like, it's a laborious task. Anyway, I was like, that's very cool. It's so smooth. We are popping in and out of POVs and we're not lost at all. Even 3 POVs, 2 timelines, and a partridge in a pear tree, and we're like, it's fine. I got it.
Yeah. I very much appreciate it, especially since you pointed it out, because I'm like, man, I kind of figured I would be confused at this point, or like, my brain got a little bit lost at this point. Because while I was listening to it via years past, I remember being like, doing other things while trying to listen to Homestuck and being like, what's going on here? I don't remember. But being able to actually read it myself has definitely helped with it and being like, yes, you remember reading the words of what happened last time, basically.
Strife again. Yep. Okay, we can move on.
Wait, no. Maplehoof.
Maplehoof.
Rose pets Maplehoof's note or snouts. I don't know what it's called, so sorry. Face. And gets a begrudging little heart above her head. Cute little pink hearts as she frowns with her little lips and stuff, begrudgingly.
Yeah.
You're going to see the Maplehoof heart.
Okay, let me see. Yep.
That's adorable.
Me.
Okay.
2291.
Oh, hey. Nope, that was just me talking about Maplehoof some more. 2291.
Okay, the reminder of what we're doing actually comes from the new commentator who says, John, turn around, with 3 exclamation points.
5.
5. Okay. I mistyped the excessive exclamation points. And then instead of actually seeing anything in scene, we are seeing what John sees from the John POV, a page from Data Structures for Assholes.
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 7, God damn it, why do we even bother? And I would just like to say, this book and the tone of it reminds me of my friend Michael Lucas, who is a tech writer. And he just finished his April Fool's Kickstarter, in which he took one of his existing tech books and took all the references to Microsoft Windows in it and blacked them out. He redacted them with big black squares and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it just is, it looks delightful. And it's very appropriate for the Epstein season.
Yes.
Oh
God, there's something else that we had noted for that. Like, I had been like, hey, I think this is the reference to blah, 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 but I can't remember what that is now. You remember?
No.
All right. Okay. So sorry.
Anyway, if I actually were able to ask Hussey, and like off the record, I just got to know, was this inspired by Michael Lucas' book? Because he's been around that long. I'm like, that would be a really neat real life connection. Because
it's like the Kevin Bacon thing, like 9 people to Kevin Bacon, except 6. This time there's 6 people to Kevin Bacon, except this time you have the Hussey. That'd be so.
And I was thinking about it. I was like, if I were Andrew Hussey and I met somebody who knew Michael Lucas personally and was like, "Is that him?" I'd be like, either no or yes.
Well, it is Michael Lucas.
Yeah. Anyway, the name of the author, I looked this up from a cover elsewhere, is Buckminster Funny Uncle, which is a pun on our Buckminster Fuller, who designed geodesic domes, including the one for Epcot Center.
Neat.
Well, I don't know if he actually did the Epcot Center one, but his design became that. And he did really neat. I don't know if he's still alive. I didn't look him up. I was like, oh, Bucky Fuller, obviously. But he does really neat things with shapes. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Minor thing on talking with neat shape things. I had recently discovered a thing about using oscillators or something like that. Basically, the whole radio, here's a wave, woo, 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 woo thing, and using that to create shapes, but with sound and stuff. Doing things like hearts and 3D shapes, because you do it like you flatten the shape so it's 2D, like you would on a shadow, and you have 2 little circles that are the X and the Y and stuff, and they both go boo, 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 and it combines together to make a 3D shape. And I was like, neat. Sorry, I just was reminded of that.
I had a nerdy physics teacher in high school who was like,
so
I don't remember his name. I've seen it before. Like here's like a guy turning the dials. And they're like, look, it's a heart.
But neat. Anyways, for this actual page, I wanted to note that it reminds me a lot of, for how it's formatted, reminds me of the Hello World book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because it's got the whole tip section, or I guess asshole notes and all that. Lots of pictures. I was like, this reminds me of something you would give for kids. Except this is called Data Structure for Assholes.
So do you not remember ever seeing a For Dummies book or For Idiots book? Because that's what they look like. That's what Hello World is kind of based on.
I don't remember looking through them. I remember vaguely that they exist and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah, no, that's what it is. 100%.
Okay.
All right.
Well, the more you learn with assholes, I guess.
Yes. There's a mention in here that I couldn't track down. Firing a Silodex full of steak knives into a priceless oil painting of your beloved great aunt. And I'm like, that sounds like it should refer to something, but I couldn't come up with anything.
I don't know either.
Okay. My next thing is 2292.
I got 93, so did you.
I just want to note on here, this is where John gets attacked from behind by the monster. The narrator in the small regular case has a surprise response, and the carrot thing prompt turns into the double equal sign carrot prompt. So we switch narrators on some level, and then on to 2293.
Oh, sorry. One thing I noticed just as I was looking at this, because I have the page open, it reminds me a lot of Pokemon. Whenever you're suddenly being aggrieved by a Pokemon in the grass or something, the screen like pixelates in this specific way that you're like being sucked into it or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
So might be a reference because we're doing the whole monster thing, but I don't know.
Could. 2293.
Yes.
Do you want me to talk about that first? Or?
I will talk first.
Okay.
This is made by the same person who made the previous game. I think it was Granix. I don't know. Anyways, oh yes, sorry, Ginkra.
Okay.
Oh shit, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Never mind. Sorry. I have skipped ahead. You just go ahead.
Okay. The monster has a title tag hovering over his head, Shale Imp. It's using the bunny that was Dave's gift to threaten John. John tries to wield his hammer, but the head comes off the handle and knocks him out. Shale is a sedimentary rock made of clay or other minerals. Clay with other minerals. It's fissile, which means it splits off in thin layers like a baklava.
Oh, neat.
Like phyllo dough. Oil-bearing shale is a big deal right now. And it is 70% of the oil that we use in the United States right now. Like basically because we used up a lot of our liquid oil reserves, and now we're like scraping stuff out from underneath North Dakota. Petroleum is a fossil fuel, as in it is the compressed decay of organic sludge. If there were ghosts, petroleum would be a great place for it to collect.
Neat.
Yeah. So this is kind of off into mythic, not really real territory, but it's a good going story, so it could be part of the reason why it's this way. Most of our oil, 3/4 of it, comes from the Mesozoic era, which is the era that leads up to the dinosaurs getting wiped out by the
asteroid in the glass and all that.
Yeah, the extinction event, 66 million years ago. So the story is that oil comes from the event that killed all the dinosaurs. That is not the case.
Oh, okay.
That's just a story. It's a good story, and that might be part of why it's a shale imp and not something else. But most oil is comes from stuff with no calcium in it. So there's no calcium in the material, which means no vertebrates. And dinosaurs have bones.
Yeah.
So it's fossil fuel, but it's not really fossils because it's like algae and sea sludge. It's the living shit that's down there is never had consciousness as far as we know. It was just like little plankton and floaty bits.
I mean, weird.
Yeah.
Right.
Otherwise, it would have been actual fossils instead of oil. There's something about the calcium that disrupts the oil formation. So it's just mostly like at one point, was this place an ocean? Yes. Great. There's going to be oil.
Okay.
Basically.
Also, basically, hey kids, if you want to become oil, stop drinking your milk.
If you don't want to become oil, drink some milk.
Great way to get your kids to drink milk, I guess.
Okay. I'm on to 2294, so that's me.
Okay. Wanted to make a note because I actually found what I was supposed to say on this page. The imp, after you've been aggrieved and knocked yourself out, or John has done that, the imp is still trying to hold the bunny kind of thing to John, who is passed the fuck out. And it reminds me a lot of how NPCs in games and stuff, when you've game over, and the NPCs will stand above you, still trying to fight your hitbox above you.
Yep.
Continuing to see many yeah, that's such a nerdy thing to notice and put into this comic. I'm delighted by it, but also
All right. 2294.
Okay.
Back to Rose.
Yes.
We were reminded that she left through the back door and now she's outside. She sees the Transformers. I was like, maybe this time I'll understand. So I went and looked up electricity again, and I'm like, what's the fucking difference between volts and amps? I hate you all. And how do transformers work? Transformers are used to transfer electricity from one circuit to another without direct connection between wires. That is, using copper wire wrapped around two ends of a magnetic core that insulates from direct electricity transfer. So it's like an iron core, and the iron is done in these tiny little layers sandwiched with insulators. So like the iron does magnet things, but it does not do electric things. It doesn't like go electric, goes across. It's called a transformer because it induces or transduces energy magnetically. So like the electricity goes up to the one set of coils and goes, let's think about this. And the other set of coils goes, yes, let's. And like spontaneously exists with electricity because the electrons are jumping, not because like they're moving through the copper wire. All right.
It vaguely reminds me of like neurons and the whole...
It's fucking magic, yes.
Okay, anyways.
TFN. Anyway. So if the transformer is overloaded, there's a physical part of the transformer that drops out so that the huge surges of electricity can't melt their way across the dang iron core, which will overheat and melt the whole damn transformer. Just I also looked up the difference between volts and amps, and this time I got the reason that there is a different thing. In the typical explanation is, I'm going to get these reversed, I just know it. One of them, I think volts, is about the amount of electrical pressure that's going through the wire. Amps is about the how much electricity total is being moved. Yeah, I'm doing this wrong. Anyway, point being, I was like, wait, so if part of the reason you have a transformer is so that you can go from a lot of electricity moving very fast to not very much electricity, but still moving pretty fast because you have a bunch of things to power in your house. How do you do that? And it turns out if you have a lot of electricity to move over a long way, you use a bunch of tiny little wires bound together, because that will move very fast without doing a lot of heat.
Okay.
When you step down stuff to your house, you use larger wires because there's more room for the electricity to like bounce between the nuclei and therefore not raise the heat so much that it melts the wire out of your house.
Okay, that explains why they look like that, but boy howdy, am I not going to...
I'm doing such a terrible job of explaining this. I am very sorry.
I'm not an electric engineer. I'd
I'm
never
just
want
like,
to be.
This is closer than I've ever gotten before to understanding that what the whole electricity thing is, because they're like, it's like a fire hose. One tells you how much is going through it, and the other tells you how fast. And I'm like, okay, but why? What does that? And it's just there needs to be more room for the electrons not to bonk into things, because if it bonks into things, it gets hot.
Okay.
All right. That's 2294. Sorry for frying the brain.
2295?
Yep.
Okay. The magnet sticks on the transformer right side up, so it is a W.
Oh, I missed that.
Anyway, so it sticks upwards like a W and stuff, and I was like, I'm a little sad that it did not manage to flick upside down like an M and stuff, but I still think that works as a Rose messing with her mom kind of thing, because she's using the magnet that does an M or the W correctly, kind of thing, and I was like, this is one of those things of where...
Which her mom will only see if she has the transformer fixed and stops vacuuming in the dark.
She's using a feather duster last we saw, either way. So either way, she's not doing jack shit about that transformer right now. And we'll only get to see that W if she does.
Okay.
That was all I wanted to say on that.
2295. This might be 2296 then. I might have written down the wrong thing.
At any rate,
Rose gets the umbrella out of her Silodex. Everything else falls out, which means make it rain. She reloads everything and reminds us that she needs to go to the mausoleum.
Yeah, that was combining the two pages. That's what it was.
2297?
Yes.
Okay.
Here is the game that I was supposed to be talking about.
Okay, I have a brief thing, so I'm going to say it first. We go back to John. More strife with the Shale Imp. This one is a WASD space control one. John is attacking with the hammer handle. Health bars are very cool. I really like the health bars on here. They move to the side as kind of like a Venn diagram, with the larger oval kind of meaning potential health, and the smaller one being damage, which is measured by pushing the health bar out of the window. The Shale Imp knocks John down. What will John do?
Yeah.
So this one we had kind of an intro where it's like more strife. I forget, it's strife again or something like that, it says. And then he's knocked out again, so we know that there's some stuff to go down. All right. That's all I had to say on that.
Okay. This is made by God damn, I'm terrible at finding where I write things. I had it here 3 seconds ago. Okay. Ginkra. This is made or programmed by Ginkra. Good. So you're able to, for moving John, able to both click on the actual image itself to move John around, as well as the WASD and all that kind of controller stuff. I was just like, oh, neat. So I could do it on the phone. The hitbox for when John actually gets knocked down is, well, I can't zoom in, sadly. But it's a blue kind of gooey looking thing. And we were talking previously about that kind of blue look from his blue apple and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, hey, we're seeing that again with John. That weird, not quite here objectivity or whatever. That was mostly what I had to say on that, because I've already talked about Ginkra.
Okay. I'm gonna do 22, 98, and 99 together.
Okay.
We start out with a reminder of what we're doing. Rose, make haste to the mausoleum. I think that's the other person. Yep. I think that's the same person. Anyway, and also a reminder about the W magnet. And then we see the small mausoleum against the burning of the woods. So this is just a really short interlude that checks in with Rose. Check in with Rose. Okay, Meanwhile, Rose is walking toward the mausoleum. Rock
Woo!
on. In danger.
With the little generator in the back there.
Yep.
And Rose herself seems to be shivering inside of the rain.
Which is on fire.
Yes. But, like, look at her. She's so cold. Oh, no. But then we get pulled back to John into the very next page.
Yep.
300. Back to strafing. Again! This time we are throwing things, we're picking things up and then throwing them back at the shale imp.
Yep.
Who, by the way, is dripping oil. Literally dripping it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bastard. You're getting all of my things dirty. Well, mine, John's, whatever. Here we also pick up grist and all that kind of stuff once we've defeated the imp.
Yep.
Right.
One of the things that gets thrown is a Heath Ledger statue that we saw much earlier inside of the parlor with the place with the piano.
Mm-hmm. I thought that was just generic Harlequin.
Nope.
Right.
Okay, yeah, that's all I really had to say on there.
Okay.
2301 through 2304. You said ... Put the bunny ... back in ... the box
with several exclamation marks.
And then John does not put the bunny back in the box. He drops on the floor.
Yeah. Now, why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box? Kind of thing. I made a note on here of that was a terrible way to put the bunny back in the box.
It went right through the bottom.
Just fucked it up.
Boom.
Yeah. Next page is Now Exult, Victory Spoils Are Yours. With the echelon ladder.
Okay.
Or echelon.
Echelon. Etcha for echelon. It's Esha. Like MC Escher, but echelon. Spelled differently. It means a rank in an organization, profession, or society. A ladder is for a ranking system where each individual is rated separately using wins losses for ranking. And this is instead a bunch of categories. I looked at these categories and I went, these are some arbitrary damn names. I see the theme.
Mm-hmm.
You go from being like young and not very experienced and or cool to very cool and experienced at the top, but still young.
Mm-hmm.
But the names are so messed up that I was like, I wonder. So I tippy-toed on over to wordsmith.org, which has an anagram solver, which is when you take all the letters and you mix them up.
Okay.
And you end up with a different word. And I tried and failed. Oh. Like I could get terms for everything. It's just none of them look right.
Mm-hmm.
Green tyke, tiger knee, Juvis squirt, quiver jets, plucky tot, luck potty, fidgety bopper, biped for Egypt. Yeah. You know, they all look like anagrams.
Oh.
Like, oh.
Knee-high pilgrim.
Yeah, so just for fun, you can go to wordsmith.org/anagram and scramble anything you feel like scrambling.
Interesting way to get an edge ladder, potentially.
Yep. The stats on the page, we get +5 to gel, +10 to viscosity, +10 to cache, +20 to limit.
Oh, no. He's moving up 2 of the etch letters. They are both, it's a +15 in total because it's both going under gel velocity or viscosity. Yeah.
Okay. So there's some confusion as to how that works. Ray is right and I'm incorrect.
It is a weird way to do it, I will admit.
The exclamation points may mean something different.
Yeah.
Because exclamation means like 1 times 2 times 3, or you know, like combinations. Factorials is the name for it, but I forget. I didn't look up exactly what that means. But why are there exclamation points otherwise? I'm not sure.
Yeah. I think they're just, aha, you got this amount or whatever, rather than specifically having factorial stuff. But
you also get 125
boon dollars
with a blue pig bank. I don't know if this is what this refers to, but there is in financial circles, there is a term running around called favor bank.
Mm-hmm.
A boon and a favor are kind of the same thing. And a favor bank was supposed to hold like the non-fungible, non-tangible favors that you did for other people, which you could call on later. Because if you're in the financial world, that things that are non-financial, like non-monetary transactional, getting turned into dollars is both funny and a necessary concept, because otherwise you don't believe it exists. It also sounds like boondoggle, which means to spend money or time on frivolous projects.
No, I think there's an anime named after that.
There's Boondocks, which is different.
Yeah. Okay. You done with your side and I can talk or now?
We have 10 fragments of shale. I was like, ooh, we've got this guy's flesh.
Okay, that's the next page.
2307.
But I'm not there yet.
Okay, go for it.
So I wanted to note for John's hat, it's a Robin Hood hat, of which I was like, what actually is that hat called?
That's awesome.
It is called a bicocket.
Oh.
Spelled Bycocket.
By Jove, it is. It's a bicocket.
It's meant to resemble a bird's beak. It's worn by royalty, nobles, merchants, which means that Robin Hood was absolutely fucking with people while wearing that hat.
Amen.
Mm-hmm. And yes, they were worn with little feathers, so that isn't like some secretly, hey, he was gay or something like that, like that you would see occasionally in old times or whatever.
Okay.
And gel viscosity, I was like, I don't think that counts as a grist kind of thing. So what actually is that? And I think that counts basically for like his health points from what I saw on the internet, but I'm not 100% certain on that.
Okay. Well, I'll keep my eye on it.
Yeah. There was dubious sources for it. But so I just was
sources
like,
of duposity.
Yes. Anyways, that is what I had to say on that you had not said. Me. To the next page with the grist and shale.
Go for it.
The grist, as we know, only is like vaguely blue shaped and stuff. But we know that the purple one is now the shale, which means that, yes, it's possibly the flesh of the shale imp. And I was like, oh god, what the fuck is the grist then? It's fucking whack. Also, I noticed that the limits of all of the items here are to 50. Like, you can only hold 50 of the item and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. Mm-hmm. You're only allowed to own 50 of this poor imp's body.
But these poor imps' bodies.
Yes. Congrats on being the mass murderer of these poor imps eventually.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you wanted to note for this?
Nope. 2307.
The bunny kind strife specifics.
Yep.
You first or me first?
Go for it.
Okay. I wanted to say that I think it would be pretty interesting to have like a bunny kind strife specificus because of the whole Monty Python Killer Rabbit thing. I was thinking
long pointed teeth.
God. Anyways, I was also thinking about World of Warcraft, since Dee's playing it so often so recently. Was thinking about how I used to play the hunter kind of class a lot and stuff, and I was like, would I use a rabbit as like a hunter's creature or whatever? Yes. And then I thought about a book that you wrote, The Guinea Pig Apocalypse, and then I went, you know what, that'd be even funnier. Let's go with that. Squeak! Yes. Anyways, anything you wanted to say for this specific one?
The bunny kind strife specificus.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why he was hopping around so much.
Oh. That's both adorable and damn it. Well, he's dead, so we can't ask him anyway.
Okay.
The next page, we get to see the stripe specificity being put into a portfolio.
Yep, that's new.
Yes. And I was like, oh, okay, so switching these stripe specifics is allowed, since previously I was wondering, oh my god, are you stuck with just one for the rest of your life? No, it's a regular thing if portfolios are a regular thing as well.
Mm-hmm. And you can take them from people.
Yeah. Especially dead people, apparently. Creepy. Also wanted to note that because I hadn't noticed this before, the hammer kind had devolved into handle kind. And I was like, oh, so you can like devolve and probably evolve your things specifically in there. And it's like, that might be interesting to see in the future for shenanigans. Anything you wanted to say yourself?
Nope.
Okay. Then 309. Achoo! Gathering the scattered bits of your large hammer.
I didn't have much to say
here.
Oh,
okay. This was mostly me still talking about the whole evolving and devolving stripe specifics, but I also wanted to note that the Harley Quinn had lost its fight and has been broken in half here.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I think that was specifically from when it was being thrown at the shell imp, and now it just gets flopped onto the ground like a wet piece of beef or something. Yeah. And I was like, rest in peace, you poor Harley Quinn statue. Rest in peace. That was me. So that, sorry. I got 310.
Nothing.
Okay. John recreates his hammer kind, and it spits out a handle kind, or a handle. And I was like, that'd be an interesting way to get the duplication glitch kind of thing. Just specifically for like handles and stuff. You keep breaking off the hammer head for hammer kind, and then you like re-put it on, get new handle, and it's just spreading out, bunk, 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 bunk. Which is why this is a spur beta and not the official version, I think, because that would have been patched out probably. If it was anyone else other than John, yeah.
Damn, we have wandered into. You are definitely a gamer's gamer. Like every once in a while we run into stuff and I'm like, yeah, you just like to play games that break them.
It's more so I like watching other people do it because I could never find it on my own. Like, but where is it? Oh no, I fucked it up. I failed the glitches. Oh god. Sorry, this is going back onto the Half-Life stuff for a second.
Okay.
I was watching someone recreate in Minecraft's Half-Life, like using some mods for using the tram stuff, because this is chapter 1. You're riding the tram off to go to the laboratory, blah 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 and stuff, and he was talking about glitches in there that he wanted to recreate in Minecraft. And I was like, how the hell are you going to do that? Because one of them is an infinite health glitch, and I'm like, it's Minecraft. How are you going to do that there, buddy? Are you going to use mods later and just fake it to make that kind of glitch? Or are you going to figure out a way to recreate literally the glitch? I don't know.
Okay.
It involved like having the security guard hitting you with a door at the same time as you're holding down a health pack kind of thing to get the infinite health. And I was like, God, I didn't know that existed. What? Kind of thing. So I was like mystified and delighted at the same time. Anyways, that's my path of talking. Do you have anything you wanted to say for this or otherwise?
No, I just noticed on 2311.
Okay.
John sums up his situation. And then he says, like, Dave is pestering. So we're like, we're going to sum up and we're going to tell us what the next conflict is. So it just more the same writer pattern happened.
Okay.
I was very pleased.
Good.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm still laughing about my thing.
Why would you not be? Like, I'm like, but how did it come out? But how did it come out?
The mod thing?
Yeah.
No, he's still on chapter 1. He's not there yet. He's literally, the video was posted 12 days ago. That is first chapter 1. He's going through each chapter and recreating them. He's just not there yet. I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to wait.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Do you have anything else you wanted to talk
not.
about? No. You do have a thing you want to talk about.
That was it.
The writer things.
Yes, I was talking about the writer things as we went along.
Okay, sorry. I thought that was going to be a let me talk about hugely amounted at the end thing.
No.
Okay.
No. Look, it's just an observation at this point. I have no lengthy conclusions other than, I figured that out on my own, and he's doing the same thing too.
Good. Okay. Well then, thank you for joining us. I think that's all we have for this time with our many shenanigans and apparently Mormon laughing. We'll see you guys later.
Ta-ta for now.